So it's been a little while since I've done any video on this channel at all, but I do hope to bring it back now that I'm back into playing ice hockey. Just a real quick background on my hockey career. I am 41 years old. I've been playing hockey since I was 6, so you guys can do the math there. It's been a really long time. My hockey career, I played 18U AAA. I played Bantam, Pee Wee, all the way up to varsity, JV, and all that good stuff. And then AA leagues and men's league, beer leagues, B1 teams, all that stuff. Kind of ended my trying to go pro in my 19, 20-year-old era. After my 4th concussion, it was kind of inevitable. I wasn't going to be able to play and get hit like that anymore. So that kind of sidelined my career there, and I just started making money and doing what I was doing. So after the years go by, though, probably closer to 7 years since I last hit the ice, and I kind of picked it right back up. I just don't have my legs like I used to, and my shot and passing and receiving passes is a little bit off, but I will get that back. So far, I played in one B1 game and one pickup game, and that was just to get a little bit of feel of how the AA league was going to be out here, play with some A-league guys and AA guys, and it was a lot of fun, very competitive. And so anyway, that's my brief hockey career rundown. For you guys who don't follow my other channel, my name is Will, and this is Rubber Duck Pucks, where we're going to just basically talk all things hockey. So now what I have for you guys today is my hockey bag. This is a Jofa. I actually have it flipped backwards, but you guys don't care about the actual bag because it is very old. It smells terrible, and it's very old. It's very, very old. It's just destroyed. The zippers don't work. Nothing works. So I will be buying a new hockey bag shortly, and we'll do a review on that when I get that. But for right now, I just want to show you guys what I have in my hockey bag. Some of this stuff is new. Some of this stuff I had to buy because some things were not in working order, and I had to go out and get some things like skates and a new stick and stuff like that. But in any case, most of this other stuff that's in here is probably 20 plus years old, so some of this stuff you guys are like, what is that? Anyway, let's jump into it. I'll kind of go into the order of how I get dressed in the locker room as soon as I show up. And so the first thing that I'm going to put on and I'm going to show you guys is my Reebok jock strap. And this is like a pant type of jock strap. I've had this thing for 20 years at least. Same cup and everything. It's very, very old. I love this thing because it covers your whole leg, and then it has this amazing Velcro that just does not die, that holds your socks up. I always run tape around the top of my leg, but yeah, it's just really cool to have that Velcro. And yeah, so that's just a Reebok jock strap. This thing has been great. I have washed it, but I just have not replaced it, so I'm not that nasty. But yeah, that is my jock strap, and then that goes and covers my full legs. The next thing I'll put on, which are in the wash right now, but I'll put on some cut-proof socks. Sometimes I won't wear cut-proof, but I have been recently because they're pretty comfortable. I don't know if Bauer makes these ones or it's true, I forget. But anyway, they're really good, and they go about high up. And I put those on. And then from there, we'll get into the first piece of gear, which is going to be my shin pads. I've had these for a long time, but they're not as old as the jock strap. I think these are more like probably about 5 years older-ish. Probably got these right before I stopped. These are really good. I like these because they're small and thin and lightweight. These are perfect for beer league hockey. If I'm playing A and AA team hockey where there's guys out there who can really rip it and I'm playing defense, I'll put on my other Bauers, which are a lot bigger. And they also are modified with some extra padding. So, but these ones are the ones I'm using most of the time because they're very thin. I can maneuver with these. That's kind of the key to my game. I'm an offensive defenseman and a center. So those are my positions, but I just like to move around a lot. So these Bauer Vapors are great. I really like these, and they have the strap. Some guys don't like the strap. I like the strap. I still tape my shin pads anyway, but yeah, I have the strap. So after my shin pads are on, usually I'll throw my socks on about halfway up and just kind of fold them down. And then I'll put on the next piece of gear, which is usually my pants. So I'll show you two pairs of pants. Like these are CCMs, like regular hockey, standard hockey pant that you're going to find. The cheekbone is missing out of here somewhere. I have no idea where they went. I don't usually wear these anymore. These are the Fit 05s. They're okay, but I don't like hockey pants too much. But I've been using these for like better part of, these are probably 15 years old or so. These are Tekelas. These are just the inner shell. I like these because they form to your body really well. They just don't have a lot of padding up in this area like those CCMs or some of the Bauer pants will. Bauer makes a new inner undershell like this. I guess they call it a girdle, possibly. Yeah, padded girdle. Bauer makes one that's a little bit better than this one I'm going to get. But this guy, I've had this for a while, but like if you start getting cross-checked and stuff, when you're, if you're playing any kind of competitive hockey, you're going to get cross-checked in the ribs. So having something like this is not really going to benefit you at all. That's going to hurt. But for men's league hockey, man, you're playing B1 teams and C league hockey, these are just fine. So I've been wearing these. They're really good. I can maneuver with these a lot. And then I'll either throw on my old Philadelphia Blazers shells. These are like one of my 18 U teams. These are really old. These are probably 25 years old. And I've had these forever, and they'll just go on top. And, sorry, let me go this way. Yeah, these will just go on top, and there's your hockey pant. The next thing I'm putting on is my skates. So my skates are, I'll show you my old skates. These are the skates I've used for a very, very, very long time. And these are just an old pair of CCM Vectors. They don't make these anymore. These were great skates for me. You can see how many times that steel has been cut. These are old. They've been through championship battles, season after season. They're very old. These are probably 15 years old at least. And recently the toe box fell apart just from being in cold and heat. And yeah, so those are done. And I had to get new skates. That happened just when I was out public skating, just trying to get my legs again. And I realized the toe box was like, man, my toe's kind of cold. And then I was like, oh, shit, that they fell apart. So, CCM Vectors, some of my skates in the past, I used, like when I was real young, I used the Fedorov Nikes. And then I had Grafs for a little while. I never had Bauers in my life until now. So, I've always been CCM, Graf, or the Nikes. But these are my first pair of Bauers. I picked up these Bauer Vapor X4s. These are not the X5, which would be a step above this. This is, I think these are, I guess they call these junior. I guess the senior skates will have very subtle differences, like better steel, some better build quality in this area and back here, and it'll be a little bit more stiffer. Other than that, this skate is just fine. This is still a $600 skate, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's a really good skate. I wouldn't say this is an entry-level skate at all. If you've never played hockey before and you're getting into it, this is not the skate you want to get. But this is for more advanced players. But, man, it is really, really good. For you guys who are just getting back into the game and you're looking for a skate, like, I don't know what skates are good, these are really good, but they're way better for a guy who has arched feet. I have an arched foot, so much better for arched foot guys. If you're a flat-footed person, you're going to want to go CCM. These guys are very good skates. For $600, you get the low profile footing here and just really good build quality. And that steel will get changed out. The reason why I have a big, thick steel on there right now is because I'm practicing. When I get into AA and A-League hockey and more competitive stuff, I will thin that down a little bit more just to give me more maneuverability. But it is way better to train on a heavier, bigger steel. So that's why I have that right now. Some of the differences too, again, with the more expensive skate, the senior level skate is going to be this toe box, or not the senior level, the cheaper level skates, and these ones. The senior level is the same, but you won't get that. You'll get a bigger toe area, and that will make a huge difference in your maneuverability And just look at those things, guys. They are absolutely gorgeous. They are so pretty. And man, I just feel awesome skating around in these things. They're so lightweight, very responsive. I'll throw a couple clips of me flying around with these things. They're just great. And for somebody who hasn't put on ice skates in probably 5+ years, I was able to pick it up pretty quickly. My legs weren't back. I was taking really short 45-second shifts, and in men's league, that is really short. Men's leagues, you're usually out there for 2 minutes, sometimes longer, because there's only 2 guys on the bench. But yeah, these have just been awesome. I've really liked them. These are the best skates I've ever had in my entire career, and it just kind of sucks that it happened when I was 41 years old. But yeah, they're great, man. I really, really like these. Very impressed. I don't think I'm going to modify these. Maybe the steel a little bit, and maybe I'll trim some of this padding. Not really sure yet. For right now, I'm keeping them how they are. They're just great. I love them. They don't need to be touched. We have pants on. We have shin pads. We're going to pull our socks are all up. We're not taped yet. Maybe up here we're taped, but we're not taped down here. We'll do that in a minute because I'll stretch my leg out, and then I'll start, I'll tape maybe a couple layers there to keep those intact, and so stuff's not moving around. But after that, I'll throw my shoulder pads on. So these are only for men's leagues, honestly, guys. Like, you're not going to want to, if you're playing competitive Czech league hockey, you're not wearing these, okay? Especially guys who are ripping slap shots that might come at your chest. Yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend wearing these old missions. These are very old. They've been through battles. But these are minimal protection. They're very old. I can maneuver with these, again. Men's league hockey, beer league, C league, B1 teams, and even some A league stuff. Like, we're not out there hitting and, making a big, like we're out there winning the Stanley Cup or nothing. So these are just really thin, lightweight stuff. If you get cross-checked with these and stuff like that in the back and in the side ribs, you'll bruise your rib and maybe even break it. So be cautious of wearing these things. Some guys don't even wear shoulder pads out in these men's leagues. I do. Because I fly around out there, and there's a good chance I'm going to wipe out and fly into the boards, and I don't want to dislocate my shoulder. So I like shoulder pads because they do have a pretty significant pad on the shoulders, but I am going to upgrade my shoulder pads because it does not bother me to wear pads. Some guys come into men's leagues and they don't wear shoulder pads because they're just not used to it. Like, I've been playing hockey my whole life. The shoulder pads are part of the kit. It's like I've learned how to shoot, receive, pass, and stick handle with shoulder pads on. It's not a big deal. So some guys try to cheat out of it, like, I don't want to wear them. I'm uncomfortable. It don't feel right. It's like, all right, well, you didn't play hockey your whole life. But anyways, these are my elbow pads. These will go on next. Another pair of Bauer Vapor product. These are great. Big pointy elbow. They go up into your sleeve a little bit. They come into your lower forearm. I will wear a cut band in my wrist. But yeah, these are due to be replaced because they're tearing and ripping. These are old as well, 15+ years. So that is that for basically all the gear. Then I'll have my gloves. I'll show you these quick. But these are just my CCMs. These are pretty old because look at them. They're just torn up. I got them taped all over the place. A lot of that is because of the tape that you tape your stick with. I am going to try the new button heads grip and see if that saves my gloves before I buy new gloves. But these were always meant to match my chrome skates. They don't make these anymore, CCM. But yeah, I'm going to get some Warriors next. I have the gloves that I want. So I'm really looking forward to getting those. I just don't want to invest in them until I get my new stick tape. But yeah, and when I show you guys my awesome new stick, we will go over that. But these things have been through war. I've had these for probably 15 years as well. And they've been okay. They're all right. CCM gloves. Next is my helmet. So, quick story. When I decided I was going to play again this year, like last year I wanted to play out here, and I had my hernia, so I got that surgery over the summer. And then I was like, oh, I can't play, and then this year I can play. So when I went to storage to get my gear, this hockey bag, which smells so bad, it's so old and it's disgusting. I desperately need a new bag so I could throw this out. So hint to any hockey bag companies who want to supply a bag for review. I have a very large YouTube channel and it's a very small YouTube channel, but I promise you your bag views will get views. Anyways, I tried to reuse the numbers. I am usually number 70 high school number, but I'm 13 everywhere else. So number 13, I tried to reuse the numbers and didn't really work out. But this is a very, very cheap Bauer helmet. And you can tell by the padding inside, just the build quality, really cheap. It's just a $60 helmet. It was just to get me out of a bind. My helmet was just completely deformed in the storage unit. It was like, it looked like a crushed water bottle. It was so bad. This is a cheap helmet, 60 bucks. I keep the ear guards on there. I'm playing men's league hockey. I'm not trying to lose my ear and my hearing at 41 years old. So usually I'll do it half visor, but I've been using the cage this year until I get a better helmet with the visor I want. But right now I'm rocking the cage. So this is great. This is a good $60 entry-level helmet. This will keep pucks from whacking your head. It will help you if you fall. You won't crack your head open on the ice. And it's a good helmet. It's fine. It's Bauer, right? The problem with it is the crappy padding inside will make you sweat uncontrollably. I had a really big problem with this. I was like, oh, that's the cheap helmet coming in. Like, I was pouring sweat out of my head because there was just no ventilation. It's just heat in your head. It's not great for that. So, but hey, entry-level helmet, guys, this is great. I'm going to donate this to somebody when I'm done with it and get my new helmet. So if you guys keep following the channel, maybe you'll be the person who I donate this to. So that's pretty much it as far as like my gear goes. Like, I'm dressed now, right? I have my shoulder pads, elbow pads, shin pads, pants, skates are on, they're laced up, tape's on, done. Now I'm going to throw my jersey on. I keep this little bag here, sack. Usually I'll have my socks in here, so just some CCM socks. Boom, all white. I got black ones as well. A couple different colors I'll wear. Just my practice jersey. I always usually keep jerseys on me, like a blue, a gray, a yellow, red, just different color hockey practice jerseys. Usually I wear red when I'm just coming out of injury, so you don't get hit. And people they're just a little bit more cautious when you're wearing a red jersey during practice or warm-ups and stuff like that. But, like, this is usually what I'll wear. Practice is gray. And I also carry a handful of different colored jerseys for when I'm subbing in for teams who have different colors, green, yellow, blue, whatever. I try to match the team as best as I can. Next year I'll be on a team, so I won't have to worry about that. But for right now, I'm subbing in. A couple things else that's in here is very important. This is moleskin. That's for them nasty blisters you're going to get for new skates. I won't have to keep this forever, but it does always stay in the bag. And then I have some different variations of tape, clear tape, black tape, white tape, whatever kind of tape. And then the other thing that I have floating around here in my bag is a big old bag of hockey pucks. These are NHL official pucks too. So, you know, you just get a big bag of pucks. Can't go wrong with that. I have some street hockey pucks in here too. Here's another puck floating around. Gotta have pucks. If you're a hockey player, I have pucks everywhere. So, essentially, that is it. I will wear my old game jersey. I will wear this in some occasions if I'm playing with a black team and I feel like looking really cool. I'll wear this and my black socks with the white stripes. It'll match that with the black and red stripes. It'll match that. So that's not my Grundy Senators jersey. That's just a fun team we had, and it's a Buffalo Sabres lookalike, but we were called something else. I forget the name of that team was, but it was a summer league thing that we did, and we got our name stitched on a pro jersey. It was really cool. I liked it. It's my favorite jersey, and it's got my name on it, and it's an all stitched CCM jersey. It's a good jersey, man. I love this thing, but it's very, very old. This is a classic. It's got my high school number on there. I was usually captain or assistant captain, but on this team I was not, so I didn't have it. I was never captain. I think I was captain of one team ever. But I was always the alternate captain, always. I was too small to be captain. Everybody was getting targeted as captain, so I was never a goal scorer. I was like I could score goals. I could skate better than most people in the league. I could skate backwards better than anybody in the league. In any league I'm in usually, I'm a very good skater. That is my thing. I can skate very well. Wasn't a goal scorer, though. I was more of kind of like the enforcer slash playmaker, center, offensive defenseman. That was my game. I like to fight. I like to hit. I went up to the biggest guys and laid them out because I could skate better and had better balance than all the other guys. And I would just use that as leverage to lay them out for real. So that's that. That's all my hockey gear in this disgusting hockey bag that is probably 27 years old at least. It is terrible. Oh my God, it smells so bad, guys. It smells like a rusted... You guys know what hockey smells like, right? You're a hockey player. Hockey stinks. Your gear stinks. It needs dry blowing air to dry it. This smells like rusty hockey stench. It smells like a hockey floor that rusted. It's so bad. I can't wait to get rid of it. But let's talk about some sticks, baby. So I have 4 sticks right now. And they're all falling behind the couch. There we go. Storm's like, I'm out of here. So let's talk about the newest stick that I just bought, because let's be honest, these 3 here, no one cares about because they're very, very old and outdated. Each one of these sticks is probably close to 20 years old. These are this top one is a Sherwood T90. When did the last time you saw a T90? I can tell you when. 2010. Sherwood, look at this thing, T90. Terrible stick. Pucks just bounce off that thing nowadays. It's going to break any day now. This is a T70. This was my defense stick because it's a freaking rock. I don't like it nowadays because sticks are so good. But yeah, that stick's bad. This one lost all its grip. This is a CCM. This is my better stick, but this was only like an $80 stick back in the day, which is probably like a $100 stick now, I guess. But it's taped like this because it had never had good grip, and it was just a temporary stick, but I did like it. I think this was called, let's try to figure out what this thing's called. I don't know, but it's a CCM. And it's just really heavy. I was having a tough time with this in the game on Sunday. I whiffed. On a breakaway, I completely whiffed. I was shooting good all night. Scored a goal in my pickup game. And I get out there on a breakaway, a beautiful pass from this kid who played semi-pro out in Asia and stuff like that. Beautiful pass to me. It bounced off the stick, and then I completely whiffed on the breakaway. Terrible. So I complained about that stick the whole game. He's like, you'll get it back. It's fine. And I'm like, I know. I need a new stick. So now I got a new stick. And what did I get? But this beauty of... I will sleep with this thing. I love it so much. It is so pretty. Look at this thing, guys. So I do a full toe tape, like you'll see on all those sticks. It's a full toe tape, which means the tape goes all the way to the toe. But I am going to try the button heads, and we will do a review on that when I get it. And I will film on the ice with that when I get it, because I just bought a new GoPro mount for on ice when I do puck and stick, which means I can basically take my camera on ice and do cool videos. So I'll show you this stick when I get there, and my shot is pretty freaking wicked. I got a really hard slap shot. I would be probably safe to say it's in the mid-80s. It's pretty. I got a clapper, right? I've always had a good slap shot. This is a mid kick point, so your kick point's here in this area, not down here. I want to hit my freaking bike. My Ducati's sitting over here, like whack. But yeah, mid kick point. This is a 70 flex P29. So your P29 is your curve. It's a decent stick. Some notable players that you may know that use this: Tax, ASV stick, Evgeny Malkin for one, Robertson from the Texas. I'm sorry, he was on Texas. Now he's on the Dallas Stars. Evgeny Malkin, Noah Cates from the Philadelphia Flyers, and a lot of good players use this. This is a really good stick. It weighs nothing. Like, for one, I could not believe how actually light this thing was, and just how absolutely gorgeous this thing is. Oh, I love it so much, guys. It feels really good. I ripped a couple shots with it out front of the pro shop when I bought it. I could not believe how fast my snapshot was coming off this thing. I have not taken a slap shot with it yet because I wanted to be on ice for that. But, like, I took a couple really good wrist shots. I mean, on target. I was always a really good shot at aiming. My wrist shot was never that hard. My snapshot and my slap shot are pretty good, even to this day. But I will say this. After, like, the third or fourth shot warming up the other day, my arm started to hurt. My forearm started to hurt. And then I was like, wow. And that's what using those heavy sticks. So with this guy, I am hoping that that all goes away. And it just looks so good, doesn't it? Look at how good this stick is. I mean, it's so good. I have my superstitions still. Still rock my number on all four corners of the stick. And I've been doing that since I was probably about 5, 6 years old. And I still do it to this day. I really do love this stick so much. It looks so good. There are better looking sticks than this. The Bauer Twitch is my next object to get. The problem with the Bauer Twitch is it's $400. This stick, very good for $200. For $200, I don't know if you're getting a better stick than this. Very durable, mid kick point. It's a 70 flex with the P29. I mean, it's a decent stick. This is the go-to, I think. We'll see. And then we'll pull that Bauer Twitch out and take some wicked wrist shots with that low kick point. And that stick's a wicked stick, that thing is. So, we'll do reviews on all this stuff separately, on all the gear separately, the skates separately, the new bag separately, all this stuff. So, guys, please stick around. Like, share, subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them below. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed the channel and learned something. And just, like, listen, talk about hockey. That's all this channel is going to be. Straight hockey. We will also do NHL talk too, and I hope to get my podcast going. Obviously, I'm very passionate about the sport. I always have been. I have tried to integrate it into my other channel. Has never worked out, so now I have 3 other channels so I can, like, do all these things I love. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stick around here at me and my little mama dog, who probably is the culprit of eating the inside of my pants, believe it or not. She also has no issues with eating vulcanized rubber. Better than the Kong balls, I guess, but it did not last as long as a Kong ball. I promise you, hockey pucks are not that strong with a pit bull. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Peace.